Okay, now let me discuss the second exam in detail. Okay, the first one, uh, be careful, the first one has two questions. One is about the distance, the other one is about the midpoint of this pair of 2 points. So we have 2 points, -2, -3, and the other point, -8, -7. We're talking about the midpoint and the distance between these 2 points. Remember the midpoint formula. Midpoint is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. This is midpoint formula. What is x1, x2, y1, y2? This is x1, y1, x2, y2. All right, so let's check. So it's equal to x1 -2 plus x2 -8 over 2, y1 -3 plus y2 -7 plus -7 over 2. -2 plus -8 is -10. -10 over 2 is -5. -3 plus -7 is -10 over 2 is also -5. So the midpoint is -5 comma -5. And the distance is x2 minus x1 difference square plus y2 minus y1 the difference square. Right, so let's check. So x2 is -8. -8 minus -2. In this formula, it's a difference. In the midpoint formula, it's a sum. Square and plus y2 -7 minus y1 -3 square. Minus -2 means plus 2, so it's a -8 plus 2 is 6. -7 minus -3 is a plus 3. It's a 4. Okay, so we get this, oops, not 6, it's a square. Here is a square. This -6 square is 36. -4 square is 16. So it's a square root of 52. You can write square root of 52. You can also write like 2 times square root of 13. Both correct. But don't give me the approximation. Don't give me the approximation like 7-point stuff. That's incorrect. Okay? The approximation is totally incorrect. We are looking for the accurate answer. Okay, so this is the answer. And second problem, determine the center and the radius of the circle. So 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 12x and plus 16y is equal to 0. In the equation of the circle, x squared, y squared both have coefficient 1. So here they have coefficient 2. You have to divide this equation by 2 first. That's the first step. So we divide the equation by 2. We get x squared plus y squared. 12 divided by 2 is a 6x. 16 divided by 2 is 8y. Okay? And then we're going to complete square. Okay, so x squared minus 6x. We need add 9. So it's 2 times 3. This is 2 times 3. So 9 is 3 squared. Plus y squared plus 8y. And you're going to add 16. This is 2 times 4. 4 squared is 16. So we add 9 and 16 in the left hand side. We also add in the right hand side. 16 plus 9 is 25. Okay, so you add 9 and 16, and also you add 25 on the right hand side. And then this is x minus 3 different square plus y plus 4 different sum square is equal to, here you have to write 5 square in order to find the radius. So the center is a 3 negative 4 is a 3 negative 4. Be careful, in the formula it is x minus h square plus y minus k square is equal to r square. So here is x minus 3, so it's exactly the subtraction, so you have a h is equal to 3. But this place is y plus 4, you have to write like y minus negative 4. So we get k equal to negative 4. And the radius is 5. It's not 25. 25 is a radius squared. Radius is 5. All right. 3. We are given 2 points, 1 negative 2 and 3 negative 4. We're looking for the equation of a line through these 2 points. So in order to find the equation of the line, you need to find the slope. So slope y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It doesn't matter which one is x1, x2, x1, y1, which one is x2, y2. It's okay. So let's label them clearly. In order, we always put the first one x1, y1, the second one x2, y2. So y2, negative 4, minus y1, minus negative 2. x2, 3, minus 1. Okay? So negative 4 minus negative 2 is a negative 4 plus 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. Negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 over 2 is negative 1. So the slope is negative 1. You have a slope, you have 2 points. You can randomly pick up either of them. For example, let's choose the first one. So it's a y minus negative 2 is equal to the slope negative 1 times x minus 1. That's correct. That's enough. You don't have to simplify it. This is the answer. If you use the second point, it's a y minus negative 4. Don't forget the parentheses. Is equal to slope negative 1 times x minus 3. This is also correct. Also correct. You just need to write one equation. That's enough. You don't have to simplify it. You don't have to simplify it. Okay, this is our equation. All right, so problem 4. Problem 4, in the practice exam, we are looking for the parallel line. Here, we are looking for the perpendicular line. Be careful, that's a difference. Many of you didn't notice this difference. This is a given line. If we're looking for the line perpendicular to it, we first find the slope of this line. So we move 5x to the right side. And then divide it by 7. So the slope is negative 5 over 7. And the 2 lines, non-vertical. Two non-vertical lines are perpendicular. If slope 1 times slope 2 is equal to negative 1, or equivalently, we say m2 is negative 1 over m1. Okay, m2 is negative 1 over m1. So you're going to flip this one, flip this given slope, and then add a negative sign. So the slope of the required line is, we flip it and put a negative sign. It's a 7/5. Switch the top and bottom and cancel this negative sign, right? Okay, so this is the slope of the required line, and it passes through the point -1 and 2. You have to pass. You have to. The line must pass through this point. So it's a y minus 2 is equal to 7/5 times x minus -1. That's it. That's it. All right, that's the answer. I saw some of you did the problem like what I recommended, but not exactly correct. So what I recommended is the following. So you have the given line. This is a given, method 2. I'm talking about method 2. This is method 1. Given. I'm going to do the following. First, I switch to coefficient. And second, they're both positive. I will change one of them to be negative. Switch to coefficient. When I say coefficient, it includes the sign. Switch to coefficient. Just pick up 1 and change the sign. You can change the 5. You can also change 7 to be negative. Just change 1. Only change 1. And put a D here. Put a D here. And this process guarantees that those two lines are perpendicular. And then pass through -1 and 2. You let x be -1, y is 2. So 7 times -1 minus 5 times 2 is equal to D. So it says -7 minus 10 is D. D is -17. So the equation is 7x minus 5y is equal to -17. Okay, so this is also correct. Remember what I say, exchange to coefficient including the sign. I always say including the sign this way. If you have ax plus by equal to c, this is given. How do I get the perpendicular line? I'm talking about the perpendicular line. I'm going to switch a and b and put a negative sign. Be careful here, a and b both contain the sign. If you have a subtraction, you actually get a negative coefficient. All right, and let it equal to d, and then use the point to determine d. Use a point to determine the value of d like this, and then you will get the answer. All right, so this is a problem 4. We provide two methods. Okay. Problem 5. Find the intercept, x, y intercept of the equation y squared plus 3y is equal to x minus 2. So, okay, x-intercept, y is 0. Y is 0, so it's a 0 is equal to x minus 2, so x is 2. This is x-intercept. Very simple. Y-intercept, x is 0. X is 0, you get y squared plus 3y is equal to 0 minus 2, negative 2. So it is a y squared plus 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. And y plus 1 and times y plus 2 is equal to 0, right? You break this 2 as a 1 times 2, and 1 plus 2 is 3. Cross factorization. And then you get y is -1, y is -2. You have two y-intercept. When we say y-intercept, they are numbers. When we say intercepts, they are coordinates. They are points. You have x, y coordinate. Okay, this is 5. 6. Find the equation of the parabola with the focus, -3 and 1, and directrix, x equal to 3. Well, let's try to sketch it. 1, 2, 3. So this is directrix. 1, 2, 3. There's negative, but top here. Focus is here. So you see, this is -3. This is a +3. The distance is 2a. Remember, I mentioned this distance from focus to the directrix is 2a. Here's a, here's a. So a is equal to 3. And it open to the left. -x. So it's going, you will have a -x. So you will basically, the standard equation, I'm not talking about the answer, the standard equation becomes y squared is equal to -4ax. That's a standard equation. Again, it's not at the end of the problem. It's a -x, so you have -x. A is a the 3, so it's a y squared is -12x. But here, be careful. We lift this focus 1 unit up. The vertex is, what is vertex? Vertex is 0, 1. So once you get the standard equation, you're going to move this standard equation up. So you will get y minus 1 is equal to -12x minus 0. Translate the graph, the equation. We have to translate the equation with respect to the vertex, so we get this answer. This one is the final answer. Y minus 1 squared is equal to -12 times x. Be careful, the vertex is not the origin, it's a 0, 1. Problem 7, we're going to determine the domain of the function fx is equal to square root of x squared minus 2. You have square root function, so you have to guarantee the internal input should be greater than or equal to 0. It's a quadratic inequality. The leading coefficient is a positive. So first you find the solution. X is negative square root of 2 or x is square root of 2. So you draw the number line, you label those negative square root of 2, positive square root of 2. You have 3 intervals. You're going to pick up test point to see over each interval which what value is positive, what value is negative. So for example, you choose a -10 here as a sample point. I just mean it's a sample point. -10 squared. -10 squared minus 2 is a positive, right? It's 100 minus 2 is 98. It's positive. So here, over the whole interval, is a positive. If you choose 0 here, 0 squared minus 2 is negative. So this whole part is negative. And in this place, you can choose positive 10 here. You will get a 10 squared minus 2 is positive. It's 98 again. So this part is a positive. So we need a positive part. So it's either left wing or the right wing. So the domain is, you can write -infinity to negative square root of 2, the bracket, because it includes the equal sign, union positive square root of 2 to positive infinity. Okay, so this is the right way. Or you write it like this: x here, x is less than or equal to negative square root of 2, or, be careful, this word is very important, or x is greater than or equal to positive square root of 2. It is either in the left wing or in the right wing. If you don't write this word, the condition will not make sense. All right? So this is the right answer. This is also right answer. You can choose either of them, but you must put this word all. All right. Problem 8. Problem 8, we have fx. Let fx be x squared plus 2 over, what is x cubed, not square, small. X cubed plus 2 over x cubed minus 6, plus 2 minus 6. Part A, is the point -1, -7 on the graph or not? On the graph of f. Well, to determine if a point is on the graph or not, let's evaluate f -1. X is -1, you have a -1 cubed plus 2 over -1 cubed minus 3. -1 cubed is -1. -1 plus 2 over -1 cubed is -1. -1 minus 6. -1 plus 2 is 1. -1 minus 6 is -7. So it's -1 over 7. -1 over 7 is not equal to -7. They're different, right? Clearly they're different. So the point -1, -7 is not on the graph of fx. Okay, so this is answer. Okay, that's complete for part A. The remark I want to say, which point is on the graph? Actually, -1, -1 over 7 is on the graph. Right? But this is not part of a question. It's just a remark. This point is on the graph, but not this point. Okay. Part B. Part B, if fx is equal to 5, what is x? What is x? Well, just solve the equation. Fx is equal to 5, so x cubed plus 2 over x cubed minus 6 is equal to 5. Let's try to solve it. We multiply two sides by this denominator. We'll get x cubed plus 2 is equal to 5x cubed minus 6. Continue. X cubed plus 2 is a 5x cubed minus 30. Right? And then we're going to move this x cubed to the right side and the negative 30 to the left side. Negative 30 to the left side, it becomes positive 30. Plus 2, 32. 5x cubed, here when we move to the right side, it's a minus, so it's a 4x cubed. 5x cubed minus x cubed is 4x cubed. And we divide this equation by 4. We'll get x cubed is 8, then x is 2. X cubed is 8, then x is 2. This is the answer, right? You can check it. When x is 2, the numerator is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. 8 minus 6 is 2. 10 over 2 is 5. That's the answer of part B, 8B. Number 8, part B. Problem 9. Problem 9, we're looking for the average value of a function. Okay. Fx is x squared minus 4x and plus 4. Interval is -3 and -1. What is the average value? F average is fb minus fa over b minus a, right? B is AB, this is A, this is B. So we're looking for f -1 minus f -3 over -1 minus -3. Well, let's compute one by one. What is f negative 1? F negative 1 is negative 1 squared minus 4 times negative 1 and plus 4. Negative 1 squared is 1. Negative 4 times negative 1 is 4. And plus 4. 6. 9, not 6. What I say? 9. F negative 3. Negative 3 is negative 3 squared minus 4 times negative 3 and plus 4. Negative 3 squared is 9. Negative 4 times negative 3 plus 12 and then plus 4. What's this? 25. Okay, so the first number here is a 9, the second number is 25, so it's a 9 minus 25 over. Negative 1 minus negative 3 is negative 1 plus 3. 9 minus 25 is negative 16. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2, so it's negative 8. The average value is negative 8. Right? Okay, let's see the problem 10. We have a function y equal to negative x squared plus 1. We're going to move the graph. If the function is translated 1 unit down, so it becomes y equal to negative x squared plus 1, this original function, and then subtract 1. 1 unit down, subtract 1. So simplify it is negative x squared. 1 minus 1 is 0. So it's just negative x squared. So that's the first step, step 1. And step 2, we're going to reflect with respect to x-axis, right? With respect to x-axis. It's basically you flip up and down, x-axis. When you flip this, you change y to be negative y. Y becomes negative y. So here y becomes negative y. X does not change. So it's just negative y is equal to negative x squared. You cancel two negative sum from two sides. You get y is x squared. So that's a new function. That's our answer. Okay. Eleven, we have a piece of wire. It is x. We're going to make it a circle. Circle is determined by the here. If we don't talk about the location, circle is only determined by the radius. Location is comes from the center, but we don't care about center. Okay, when you bend the wire to the circle, assume you don't lose any wire. We have what? The perimeter 2 pi r is equal to the length of the circle. So 2 pi r is x. You make it bend round to a circle. So this is 2 pi r. So here you can get r is x over 2 pi. All right, and then we're looking for the area of the disk. So area is pi r squared. So it's a pi. R is x over 2 pi, so x over 2 pi square. So pi. This by the exponential property, x squared. 2 pi squared is a 4 pi squared. 2 square pi squared. 2 squared is 4, pi squared is pi squared. And then you cancel pi with 1 pi, so you will get x squared over 4 pi. So this is the answer. The area of the disk in terms of x. Yeah, express the area of the circumference here in terms of x, right? So this is the final answer. All right. So I gave you the detailed discussion about this this first page, about the second exam, and you can check with your answer. If you have any question, send email and we can discuss it. This is the first 3 problem. And problem 4. Problem 5, 6, 7. Problem 8, 9. And 10 and 11. Okay, thank you very much. We finished this discussion.